Okay, today's video. I don't know what to expect. I have a buddy coming over in a little bit named Pete. He has a 718 Cayman GTS. I believe it is a 2019. Nice car though. So he is somebody I met on another rally, not Crown Rally, but a different rally with a group that was here locally. We kind of started one. Whatever, things happen with that group. Anyways, no need to dive into that. It doesn't really matter. Hope they're doing well. I mean, it looks like they are, but you know, whatever. So Pete and I will probably go grab dinner. I am trying to figure out what we are going to do though. So I think the plan is to go to this area I scouted earlier and probably just do some polls and get some exhaust. And I want to get Pete's reaction of the V, because he's a Porsche guy, right? So the Porsche guys know Porsche very well, but when it comes to like American muscle straight line speed, you know, they're not getting into a whale of a car versus a 911 or a 718, and having that speed I think will be interesting to see his reaction. I'm also hoping to get him to do launch on his car. I don't know if he will do it. Pete is very careful, right? Pete lets it out on the track versus the streets. So, and I'm not saying I'm irresponsible, I'm just saying I'm a little more spirited all the time, right? I'm never gonna put anybody in danger. If it's congested, I'm not gonna drive like a jerk. I'm not gonna drive fast. But if there's nobody else around, I'm gonna, you know, have some fun. And then the minute I see a car way up in the distance, I will brake and get back to a reasonable speed. So we will see what we get into, and hopefully it's something fun. By the way, if you don't remember, Pete doesn't have his helmet on this time. So Pete is the one that let me put the GoPro in his car when he was at the Porsche event at the track. And he was the one working on his brakes and all that. So if he looks familiar, that's why. Ready? Mm-hmm. That was a little louder than I thought.
That was way louder than I thought it would be. Like, it's one thing to do the pull, and then like it feels like you're about to do a burnout too.
Being responsible adults.
Let's go with that.
All right.
this?
Yep. But this, how much does this car weigh?
I think it's less than 3,000 pounds. I'd have to look it up.
3,000?
I don't know for sure. No one's asked.
You guys stop here. I gotta get the camera. So that's getting the camera. That's Pete's 718 GTS launched. And I think, I don't know. I think the V might happen. I'd have to look it up, but I think the V might be like a hair faster. But two different machines. He has me in the twisters. Alright, Pete and I just did polls. So what did you think of the V?
Wow, that was impressive.
I mean, that's your first time riding in it.
Mm-hmm. First time riding in it.
Have you been in a V before?
Not before, no. First time in a V.
So, we were just having a discussion about weight. And I was way off by 1,000 pounds because I misremembered the number of how much my car was. And then Pete told me how much his car was. So it is interesting to see kind of the speeds of the two cars. And I don't know who's faster.
We both didn't have great traction off the line. We both spun a bit. So
Right.
You're 1,000 pounds heavier, but you also have more horsepower with that engine. So
What's your horsepower?
365.
So I have 300 more horsepower.
But that's what Porsche says, and Porsche lied their eyes out. It's probably more. It's probably closer to 4.
Okay.
But I'm 1,000 pounds left and I'm mid-engined. So I have more
Yeah.
traction on the rear end when I take off the line.
It's interesting. So the 0 to 60 times, I'll look it up. Which obviously that's professional drivers, perfect condition, so, you know. But, polls in Mexico, it worked out. I'm gonna wait to see, like, I haven't seen the footage yet, but I want to see the footage of the GoPro of his reaction when I floor it, and my reaction when he floors it. But, it worked out. I found this perfect little spot in Mexico, and we were responsible. We let off way early to make sure we didn't, you know, fly out into an intersection.
The
And
Mexicans would not like that. They would
Yeah.
not like that at all.
we made sure there was nobody in this entire area. So there is a work van way over there, but businesses are closed in Mexico. So anyways, I will probably, I think we're gonna get some pictures, get some dinner, and I don't know. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I am currently working on putting this footage together, and it's gonna be a little choppy. I apologize for that. So, one thing that I should note is I am not used to actually filming with somebody else. If you have noticed, most of these videos are me by myself, and obviously it's Zoom interviews, but that's, you know, different screens. So I'm not worried about the camera going back and forth, and I'm not worried about getting somebody else really involved, because a conversation is a conversation. Making a video like this is new to me, so we'll get better. But the other thing that's more important to mention is that road is not long. So ironically, the way I found out about that road is yesterday was the Indy 500, in Indianapolis. Today we were in Mexico, but yesterday in Indianapolis, the Indy 500 happened. So I went to a party, and the people who hosted it are my neighbor's daughter and son-in-law, and had a good time. Came home. The neighbors, the wife's parents, her parents, were having a bonfire. So I decided to walk over and say hi. And they told me about this road, right? So they told me about this road. And I went to scout it today because it sounded like this magical place. And it definitely is. So it is this random place in Mexico that is 4 lanes and not much traffic. Unfortunately, it is not. There is enough traffic that doing what we did would not work out. Especially trying to get cameras, and it wouldn't have been safe. So we decided to avoid that. So I found the section that we use, and there's 2 businesses that share that lane. Both of them were closed. It is a holiday in Mexico. And so there was nobody but us. We made sure of that before we drove around. I mentioned that in that clip where I'm like, there's a work van way over there. But there was nobody around. And I think that strip was it was less than half a mile. So we were also letting off way before we got to the end. Because that street that this is off of was busy enough, and people fly down it, that if our brakes failed or something crazy happened and we did not stop before that street, it would have been bad. There's also a huge curb and then a field. So, played it safe. That's why we're only hitting 80. The big thing is 0 to 60 poles. I thought it would be interesting. I wanted to show you guys that. And, the CTSV is speedy for being 4,000 plus pounds, right? And you heard that conversation of me and Pete talking about weight. He is like 31 something, so 3,100 something pounds, and I am 4,100 something pounds. So what we found out is the V is a hair faster than the 718 GTS. However, straight line speed, the V has it. I mean, the V has it, okay? But Pete, on back roads, or twisties, or turns, definitely has me. Not only is that car better, but Pete is the better driver. Pete is a track animal. He does a lot of track events. He's an instructor. So Pete is a very good driver. When it comes to pedal to the metal, straight line, I think I got him. I think I have him. The other thing to note is Pete was building up his RPMs before he let off. So he was actually launching, while I was just going dead stop. So I didn't build my RPMs. I just hit the gas and we took off. One of the reasons for that is the V gets a little squirrely, right? And there was a center median, and I was like, I do not want to slap into that. So the best thing to do was just, not build the RPMs, not truly launch it, but just go dead stop, 0 to 60, see what happened. And that way I had control, because if it started to get crazy, I could just let off. But interesting. I thought it was interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It is a little choppy. Again, that's on me. It was just, we were doing this quickly because even in Mexico, people might not be so happy with people doing those kinds of polls and just, gunning loud cars down the road. So we were in and out really fast, and again, it's just me not used to filming with another person. So I'll get better at that. We'll work on it. And if you guys have anything you want to see, leave it in the comments below. Other than that, we will see you guys on the next one. Peace. I really failed at sliding away. So, peace.